Hi everyone. Pardon my messy apartment. I'm in the process of cleaning up. I'm actually going to clean everything on a later date, okay? So it's a little bit crusty right now. But today I wanted to go over my CD collection. It's definitely a work in progress because I'm kind of rebuilding my stash because I lost like 90% of my collection. So um, we're just kind of rebuilding it as it goes along. So yeah, I'm gonna like show all of my CDs, the significance behind them, and I'm also gonna show like what they look inside and discuss like what I like about CDs, what I dislike, blah blah blah. This is mostly just for me because I'm super into this and it's one of my hobbies. Thank you, Pepper, for being in the spotlight. Oh my gosh. Anyways, hey! He's very, like, he loves attention, dude. Like, he's trying to make it all about him. Oh well, he'll be here, I guess. But anyway, we're going alphabetical order. Okay, so A Perfect Circle. This is the only A Perfect Circle album that I have. It's actually my second favorite. I prefer the one where it's like all orange and stuff, but I could not find that recently. This is what it looks like when you open it up. I would kind of rate the interior design a solid B plus. There's definitely some effort put into it. There's theming. The booklet is creative. Boobies. I always have to applaud the artist when they actually put some effort into it. Unfortunately, it's not as common as you would think. So I got into A Perfect Circle kind of recently. I would say maybe like 2023. Of course, I've known some songs before. Shout out to AMVs, bro. But only recently have I gotten really, really interested into them, or in them. Yeah. It's a pretty solid album overall. I don't have much to say about this one just because, it's not one of my all-time favorites. Thank you, Pepper. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, so now we're moving on to Avril Lavigne, Let Go, her debut album. This album just means a lot to me because I've had it when I was in elementary school and a preteen. And, every young girl that's kind of like alternative, like, loves Avril. She's a girl boss. I think her older music is a lot better. I still listen to her, but I think the quality was more authentic when she was actually young. Unpopular opinion, maybe, but I think it's kind of weird that she is still singing like she's a teenager considering her age. Like, I know that's her whole brand, but I feel like she could have like evolved, but she was literally a teenager when this came out, so it makes sense. I really love the interior. Pepper, bro. Like, primarily the CD. It's really, really cool. It's super like edgy. Trying to focus the camera because Pepper's here. And it feels like something a teenager would make. It's really relatable. Uh-oh. Trying to take the booklet out without fucking destroying it. But I recently rebought this album actually because this is one of the CDs I initially lost when, I became an adult. Bro. Pepper. Okay, so the booklet's really cool, She puts a lot of effort into these booklets. They're so fun. Like, it's really good stuff. It kind of feels like a scrapbook of sorts. So this is going to get an S for just like the style, the effort, how authentic it feels. Like, it's just a really, really good album. I love all the songs. They're super fresh. They're really refreshing. And, you know, I feel like she had a lot of potential to be deeper than she ended up being in the present day. But this is a really, really good one. And then, where did my second one go? Okay. So this is my other Avril Lavigne album that I have. I used to have more, but right now I only have these two. But this one is my all-time favorite Avril Lavigne album. I think it's honestly the best one that she's ever produced. So edgy. Like, this is when she was kind of edgy and angsty. Like, this is almost emo punk, I would really, really, really say. And this is one of my favorite, like, album designs, CD designs of all time. Like, this one's definitely SS. One of my favorites, definitely top 10. This is just such a pleasing disc to look at. And then the booklet, similarly to the Let Go one, is really, really cool. A lot of effort put into it. But, you know, since I'm more edgy, like, I'm obviously gonna like the edgier vibe a lot more. Like, it's just so, so cool. Like, she's literally like a rock star. And it's just pleasing to look at. And this outfit in particular, girl, I want it. Shit, I want it. And, like, stuff like this. The early 2000s were just peak, okay? Like, they were peak. Really, really good designs. And also, it just has the best songs. Yeah, I guess you could argue they're corny, but they're really authentic to me, you know? Like, I still listen to this stuff, and I'm like, she ate, you know? She ate like dinner plate. So, I do plan on getting some more Avril Lavigne CDs. As a kid, I had the... Oh my god, I don't even remember what it's called. But she's, like, sitting on a piano and has, like, Smile and What the Hell or whatever. And then I also had the one of Girlfriend, The Best Damn Thing. That one's a banger. That's when she kind of started becoming more poppy, but that one's a lot of fun. So I definitely plan on getting those two to add to this. But these are the two I have at the moment. So that's all I've got for the A artists. So now we're moving on to B. I have this Bruno Mars album. I typically do not buy pop artist albums unless I really, really like you, like if you're Michael Jackson or something like that. But I found this at Half Price Books for like $3. All of these songs were like pretty much on the radio, so I had nothing to lose. This is an example of a CD that I'm not crazy about. Like, this looks kind of generic, very boring, you know, so I would give this like a D. Not very amazed. It's kind of ugly, actually. The booklet, also not a huge fan of. To me, this is just lazy. Like, no pic. Oh, actually, there are pictures. I like that. But, see, that's the only picture. I don't like that. There's not a lot of heart put into it besides that one where he's thanking us all. That's kind of cute. Ew, dude. Get your butthole away from the camera, brother. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I don't like it. I guess, the font is legible. The little crown is cute. But it's boring. And I get it. I mean, usually with artists like this, you're not collecting their CDs. He's a radio pop star. But, come on, Bruno, not impressed with the design choices here. I do think he looks cute on the cover, though. So, I would give this, the music's really good. Don't get me wrong, these are bangers. Presentation of the CD, though, kind of average. Overall, C. Because the songs kind of give it a whole letter grade, so... Okay, so now we're going to move on to Bjork, whatever. I just want to preface this that I do own her Greatest Hits CD. It's not, like, in my house presently because Charlie's friend is borrowing it. But that album I've had since I was, like, 13 or 11 years old. I don't remember, but I've had it for a really long time. So, I do hope I get it back soon. But anyways, I have some other Bjork albums. So I have this one. This one's very iconic. I just love the colors on this one. Like, it's really, really cool. I got into Bjork because of Amy Lee. She said that she looks up to Bjork a lot as an inspiration, so naturally, since I'm obsessed with Amy Lee, I got into Bjork. I really like this is simple but has flair. So you can be simple and still have personality. It doesn't mean you're boring if you actually put some heart into it. I like this. That looks cool. The booklet, super Bjork, super flashy. Not a lot of pictures though, so that does kind of limit the aesthetic behind it, unfortunately. So I would say this booklet's about a B. I do like the colors. I do like these flowers and everything. The cover especially, that's really iconic. The songs in this one are also really, really good. I think when you have 11 to 12 tracks, that's honestly the best for an album, because then there isn't so much room for filler. And Bjork is pretty good about that. This is one of my favorite Bjork albums. I'm not going to say it's my top favorite, because that's the next one that I have. But I would give this, like, just CD presentation rating, maybe an A-. Just because, like, the front and back, very iconic, very beautiful to look at. Booklet, though, does kind of lower the ranking. And then, again, the songs are really good, so that's a higher letter grade. Now we have Debut. This one is my ultimate favorite. Maybe a normie opinion, maybe. But I don't give a fuck. She had a really, really good debut. Let's take a look. So this CD is a little bit less interesting than in post. I will admit that. Booklet so far, very cute. Very cute. But again, inside, I don't like this. This is ugly. But we have some pictures. We have some visuals, which I do like. But, like, when it's just white like this with the lyrics, I don't like that. I just really don't. I think you can do better than that. I love the first page, though, with this beautiful picture of her, and how she's giving thanks. It looks like handwriting, and that's really personalized. I really like that. Unfortunately, though, I think aesthetically speaking, Debut suffers from just looking not as interesting, not as crazy as Bjork would become later on. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, just by looking at this, like, just by, like, not even thinking about the songs, I would have to say this is like a B. And the only reason why it isn't a C is because I'm factoring in that the music is good. Okay, I'm being a little bit nice. I'm being a little bit sweet about it, you know? Okay, we're staying hydrated. Okay, so now we're on to the C section. Okay. So, Cheville, I don't really know how they pronounce it, but this is one of the CDs that I have from them. This one is my favorite CD that I have from them. I think their songs are just the most solid overall, like, as a whole, you know? CD, it's simplistic. It's a little bit boring, but I don't know, something about it I just kind of like. Ah! Dude, what is his problem? I think mostly I like the font that they used, but honestly, it doesn't really stand out. The booklet, let's take a look. Ugh. These things are hard to pull out, dude. Like, without destroying it. I swear I've never had this much of a problem until right now. Okay, so it's a little bit boring, honestly. See, this is the one thing I don't like. When people with CDs do stuff like this, I'm like, really? This is what you can come up with? I will say it is better than Bjork when she just had like a white background. At least this one has some edge behind it, some oomph. And I mean, there is a little cute little band photo. Kind of not interesting though. They just look like dudes, you know, like no style there. But Cheval just kind of struggles with this in general. Their other CDs also kind of boring. I think it's even uglier, actually. Really good music, CD presentation. I mean, I like the cover, and I like the back. And I mean, that's what most people see, I guess. But overall, this one's going to get a B. Next one that I have is this one. This type of thinking could do us in. I really like the cover. I'll be honest about that. The white with the red and this like edgy little skeleton person. I really like that. The back is when I start to get a little bit worried. It kind of looks AI generated, even though that didn't even exist at the time. It's just a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly. The CD, I will say, is cool. Like, I like this little... It looks like a fucking ceiling fan. Or those little box fans. But I feel like that's kind of intentional, because this kind of is giving, like, mental hospital vibes, right? So... That makes sense. It's thematic. We love when it has a theme. But this booklet, dude, is fucking... This is terrible. This is this is unreadable. Like, this hurts me. I take damage. It's like D presentation. It's terrible. And then we get like a little cute photo, I guess. But it's so... What the... Dude, I just realized they all have the name Cheval as their last name. Dude, I'm like learning right now, for real. But anyways, yeah, very fucking ugly. Very disappointing, because you see this cover and you're like, dude, this is going to be fire. Like, it's going to be so thematic overall, and it's just really ugly. So I'm going to give it a C. Unpopular opinion, but I do not like all of these songs. It's like, okay, so like The Clincher, I fucking love that song. That's an awesome opener, such a banger. But some of these songs, it's not good. It feels like there's filler. Okay, I'm not gonna say not good, because there's not a song where it's like unlistenable, but just boring. Doesn't stand out to me. So this one's gonna get a C, because the songs do not carry it. If the songs did carry it, it would be a B. Sorry. Okay, so now we're on to the D section. I have a couple Dance Gavin Dance albums. Actually, a few is a better word. I have more than 2. This one is Tree City Sessions 2. Honest, dude, was I? No, it's not upside down. I love their little animal art things. They're so cute. Like, this is a really, really good cover. The back is kind of funny, because like half the songs are right side in and then the other ones are fucking upside down. You know, super messy, super loud. It really fits Dance Gavin Dance. I like the colors here. It's a really nice CD. Let's see the booklet. There's a lot of Dance Gavin Dance CDs that I want, but they're just really hard to find for some reason. And also, like, people that watch this channel, dude, I don't think there's a booklet. Okay, so there probably was a booklet, but I lost it. So I can't comment. No, actually, I don't think there was. That's weird. But, so we can't really talk about that. So all we have to talk about really is the music and the presentation that we have. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I would say it's maybe like a B plus. Just because it's like a little bit boring. They could have put some pictures of the band, you know, that would have been nice. But I do like how the first slide like says where the tracks were originally from. That's really cool. And Tilian did a really good job. I think he does the songs where he wasn't the vocalist better than the original vocalists. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but Tilian's my favorite, and you know, I don't really like Dance Gavin Dance anymore because Chilean's gone. So I will not be buying any CD where he's not a part of it. Except for maybe Happiness, because Kurt did a pretty banging job on that one. So the next one I have is Afterburner. This one's kind of controversial for a lot of people. They don't really like Afterburner. But you know what? The theming of Afterburner is my favorite out of every Dance Gavin Dance album. This one is probably going to get an A+. Because I just, like, this is just cool. I have a whole tapestry of this in my room. I really, really like it. The CD, simple, but aesthetically pleasing. You know, it passes. This one does have a booklet. Again, really cute. Oh, see, this is what stops it from being an S. Honestly, I don't like this. This is ugly. I don't like when they do that. Honestly, instead of an A+, it's gonna have to go down to an A- because of that presentation right there, unfortunately. But really, really cool cover. The songs are okay. There's not like a single song on this where I'm like, oh my god, that's unlistenable. Yes, even the Spanish one, it's cringy, but you know, like, I'll listen to it. I'm not like tweaking in my chair, you know what I mean? I think there are some weak songs on this one though. Like, it has the worst Strawberry song. Into the Sunset just is not very good. And there's just a lot of like forgettable songs, which sucks because this is literally the coolest theming ever. So the last Dance Gavin Dance album that I have is Jackpot Juicer. This actually released on my birthday, so happy birthday to me. This one is crazy impressive because it has so many fucking songs, like almost 20 songs. That's insane to me. I love the CD for this one. It's literally like a poker chip. Dude, if you do stuff with thematics, if you match the whole theme together, it's a package deal, and I eat that shit up. It looks really, really good when people do that. Again, though, this fucking... Okay, this one's better, actually, than Afterburner. Because at least, like, the colors are different per page. So it's very, like, spunky. It's very fun. It's still kind of boring. But, you know, at least they fucking tried a little bit. Oh, my God. Sorry. And, you know, there's some images. So I can actually appreciate that. I think this one's going to get an A+. I know what I said earlier where like 11 tracks is probably like the best because there's not really filler, but they kind of like ate this album up. Like, it doesn't really feel like there's that many forgettable songs. There are some songs that I don't really like I don't like For the Jeers. That song is annoying. Like, holy shit. But other than that, like, I kind of like all the songs. So they popped off. Tillian, We Will Miss You. You left with a bang. This one's gonna get an A+. Afterburner's A-. I do like this cover better than this, but this one overall is just a package deal. You know what I mean? I do want Acceptance Speech 2.0 and Instant Gratification and Mothership. So if anyone sees those out in the wild, like, please let me know, because I do want to own those. My history behind Dance Gavin Dance, because I forgot I didn't really talk about that. Same with Chevelle, actually. But with Dance Gavin Dance, I kind of got into them in a really bad point of my life. So I don't listen to them that much anymore because it just reminds me of that period. But they really helped me through that period. I would say I'm a pretty new fan, though. Like, I got into them like 2021, maybe? Jesus. And then with Chevelle, I got into them around the same time that I got into A Perfect Circle, so like 2023. So, you know, I'm not super into them, but I do like to support, you know. Okay, guys, I moved to my room because, for one, my back was killing me laying on my stomach for nearly 30 minutes, and for two, Pepper's fur kept going up my nose. It's like itching, dude. Okay, so the next band we're going to talk about is Deer in the Headlights, Small Steps, Heavy Hooves, their debut. This is a really good debut. So this is actually Charlie's favorite band. I got these CDs for her because she's super into them. If y'all know if anyone is selling their demo CD, let us know because she really, really wants that. I really, really like this CD. Not only does it match the theme of the outside, but it's also like unique, you know. It's very pleasing to the eye. I'm gonna be very careful with the booklet here. See, it has flair. It has style. Like, yes, it's just saying the lyrics and everything. I mean, because most CDs do that. It's kind of like a staple. But there's like, you know, imagery behind. There's designs. There's actual like flair, you know. It's very pleasing to look at. You buy this and it's so you can see the art behind it. I really like this. I would give this one an A plus, just because, first of all, it's just very pleasing to the eye. It feels like nostalgic to look at. I don't know like why I feel that way, but this feels like something that you would hear on the radio when you're like 8 years old, or you see like your dad have this CD or some shit. Like, it's just very nostalgic to me, and the sound is very comforting and nostalgic as well. I do wish this band became more well known and that they made more music, because they're really, really good. And his voice is very raw. His lyricism is really, really good as well. All the songs on this are really good. I am sad that one of the tracks are missing, which is kind of weird, because on like streaming apps, there's actually an extra song on this CD, and it's not present on the actual CD, and I thought that was interesting. So this one is definitely an A plus. And then we also have their second and sadly their final album together, Drunk Like Bible Times. I really, really like this cover as well. Super flashy. I will say I kind of like the theming of the EP a little bit better. And I know when I did a Deer in the Headlights review, I did say I like this album better, but recently I've changed my mind. I like this CD better. But this one's really good. So this is what the inside looks like. It's very thematic still. I really like how this band puts effort into their theme. Really, really cool. And their booklet, I'm going to be very careful with, because it's very gentle. Oh, very simple. You know, I'm not a huge fan of simple stuff. Like, this booklet is far less interesting. But the reason why this one, I'm going to argue that this one works while the other ones that are very simple don't, is because this whole band is about religious trauma. You know what this looks like? This looks like a page in the Bible. This whole thing looks like pages in the Bible. So, you know what? It has thematic sense. Is it boring? Is it ugly? A little bit, yes. So I'm not going to say it's as good overall, just aesthetically, as the first one. But it's not bad. Like, there's a reason for it, is what I'm trying to say. So this one's going to be an A minus, because literally the booklet is the least interesting part. But it makes sense. So that's Deer in the Headlights. I'm mostly into this band because Charlie's really into it. It's basically her Evanescence, so I'm obviously going to support her being into music in a similar way that I am. And also, they're just genuinely really good. He's really moving. He really got me right in the feels. Maybe too often, honestly. Like, he hurts to listen to. So this is gonna have to be a 2-part video, because I'm not even done with my first fucking row of CDs, and this video is already gonna be like almost an hour long, and you know, I'm tired. Like, I can't keep talking for like 3 hours. So this is gonna be part 1. I might do it like row by row for videos. just, you know, for my own sanity, you know, so I don't die. But anyway, the next band, we're actually done with the D, so we're on to E. So, Escape the Fate. This is when Ronnie Radke was still a part of it. In my opinion, Ronnie is what made Escape the Fate stand out. I'm sorry, but the other singers, or I don't know if it's multiple singers or just one. I didn't really, I'm not a huge Escape the Fate fan, so I don't really follow up. But he is the reason why it kind of stood up. And I think that's why Falling in Reverse is so successful. This is the inside. Love the CD. You know I love that edgy stuff. I love it. Blood splatter. Let's take a look at the booklet. Oh my god. So, Ronnie's really obnoxious, especially back then. Like, he's very much about, like, early 2000s, women are hot, and I want to F them. That's kind of like his whole vibe. I mean, even watching some of the music videos, it really correlates with the theming of this, where he's just like with 100 hot naked girls. Every single music video. You know what? It's funny. It captures his personality really well. He's a bit of he's a character, you know, everyone knows that. I like Ronnie. He's obnoxious, he's cringy, you know, but who cares? Overall, the theming behind this is really solid. I'm gonna give it an A-. The songs themselves are kind of boring. Like, I really only like 2 out of the 11 tracks. And the other 9, you know, they aren't terrible. They're just very corny in a way that's, like, I like corny cringe when it's still, like, enough to carry itself to be good, but this is just kind of more like cringe, I might turn this down and never listen to it again, you know? And this is the second Escape the Fate album I have. This is without Ronnie. This is a new singer. I don't know the name of the singer. This album is actually pretty cool. Does it sound like Escape the Fate, though? No, it kind of sounds like any other emo band that you would find. However, they tried really hard with this CD. It comes with a bunch of tarot cards, which I actually have hung up. Let me show you. Uh-oh. I don't think I can. Hold on. Well, it comes with these little tarot cards. Hopefully I caught that. But that's pretty freaking cool. Oh my gosh! Okay. Why does he sleep like that? Anyways, so I like that they went the extra mile with that. You know, that's really cool. The theming wise too, it's pretty cool. Like, I like this CD. Really cool. We have some pictures of them. I mean, there's something alright. Oh, but you know what? They put so much effort into this. It's cool. I can't even be mad. Like, it looks really nice. These pages, though, kind of cluttered. Kind of unpleasant to follow. But you know what? I think this one actually looks better than the Ronnie one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, like, they tried a lot harder with the theming. This one's gonna get an A+. And now we're gonna move on to my Evanescence collection. My Evanescence collection is gonna be the end for this video because you're gonna see in just a moment how many I have. It's a work in progress. Okay. Oh, my History of Escape the Fate. I had this album in high school. Was I particularly moved by it? No. But this is when I was kind of branching out, being more emo. So I picked up this Escape the Fate album. Kind of weird that I started off with this one, but we all start somewhere, you know? This is kind of a cool angle, actually. So, we're on to Evanescence. I have the most Evanescence CDs out of any other band. Seether probably being second. But it's not really a competition because I have way more Evanescence CDs. So, my Evanescence CDs were actually the only ones that survived my initial, like, purge of all my OG stuff. I took really good care of my Evanescence CDs because they're my favorite band of all time, like Dadoy. I'm gonna spare everything I can. So the first one that we're gonna take a look at is Origin. I don't really know how to describe Origin. I guess you could say it's like a demo CD, or maybe like an EP. I think it might be too long to be an EP though, so I'm gonna say it's a demo. I got this for my 12th or 13th birthday. I don't remember which one exactly, but it was $75. It was not cheap. I like the CD. It's so angsty. And I love the color red. I wish I could buy more of the EP albums, but they're like impossible to find, or they're bootleg or whatever. The inside is pretty nice, very gothic, you know. It's definitely not their best though, but you know what? There's character behind it, and you have to consider like their age, and you know, it was literally just the three of them. It was Evanescence was 3 fucking people at one point. Unbelievable. Do I like Origin? Yes. I'm a fan of Origin. Oh, and this is the back. I don't know if I showed that. I'm gonna give it an A, just because it's very iconic. It's very gothic. I love the red. It like invokes a feeling of dread, honestly, and that kind of rhymes too. And this is like where the iconic font comes into play, and like you can see their style like really starting to develop when this came out. I don't think it's their best EP though. Like there's songs that I really really like that aren't on here, like Solitude, Understanding, Give Unto Me, songs like that. I wish I could. Oh, So Close. And unfortunately, I don't have a physical version to listen to those songs. But if I ever get my hands on something like that, you know I'm gonna purchase it. So, the next one is Fallen. She has a bit of a scratch, but it's okay. Everyone loves Fallen, you know. It's definitely not my favorite of hers, but the blue is so iconic. We go from like red to blue. It's just a really really pretty album overall. Her eyes especially, they really pop in this one. This is just such an iconic CD. It's thematic, and y'all already know what I've been saying. I love when it has a theme. The booklet though is disappointing. I do like that they have their cute little symbol, you know. I do love this picture. Very, very, very beautiful. And, you know, they tried different colors and all that. But they could have done better. They really, really could have. This one's going to get a B+. Nah, I can't say that. It's going to get an A-. It's going to get an A-. For their first, like, record label CD, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. The songs are solid, obviously. The theming is like, people talk about it to this day. So, people think Evanescence, they typically think this album. Of course, I have the 20th anniversary version as well. How could I not? I'm kind of mixed about the rainbow theming. I think the blue by itself looks a lot better, but obviously they need to make it stand out because it is the 20th version, and I love the inside. These like unreleased photos or unused photos, so cool. It genuinely feels like a thank you for the fans, especially like this whole blurred in the middle here. Really, really cool. I think even though I'm not crazy about the rainbow stuff, it looks better than the OG Fallen. Very similar, obviously. But like, see this white page? the rainbow actually looks better in it. And there's just more going on. More photos, more collages, and I'm a sucker for that shit. So I'm gonna have to give this one an A+, actually. They put a lot of effort into this. This was definitely worth your money. I like to have both, though. I hope... Dude, I'm so hype if the Open Door ever does that stuff. Honestly, I think I'm gonna move this to S. This looks really good. It really does. So now these are gonna be a little harder to really judge because these are singles. So this is the My Immortal single. These are a little bit different than your normal CDs because there's only a few songs on them and it's mostly just the single. There's not going to be any booklet or anything. But I think it looks pretty nice. Very interesting CD. The theming looks good here. I mean, there's not much going on, but it stands out to me. I think this one's going to get an A+. And no, I'm not biased. I'm not. I promise. Here's another single that I have, Going Under. Going Under is my favorite song. I really love this image because the two guys that are right here, they're blurred enough that it looks like she has black angel wings. I don't know if that was intentional, but she looks like a fallen angel, so that's really cool. The CD is on the back this time. Really cool. You can tell like this is a Fallen single. And I like the inside. So this single is gonna get an S, I think. It looks really, really cool. Really love that picture, especially. The next, I have so many singles, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my god. So Everybody's Fool. Based as fuck. I like how they're all kind of different. Like, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah. The CD is cool, too. It's green, which is super fucking weird. Like, it doesn't really fit the theme. But then you see they kind of try to do it right here. It's a more green, teal kind of vibe. I'm going to give this one an A as well. I just really like the photo. I like the wacky green CD. I mean, it's cool. Like, they're just really good at that. I'm trying to go in order, too, of, like, release. So, oh my god. Another single, dude. Bring Me to Life. I think this one's the ugliest one, actually. But it's not bad. It's not very interesting in comparison. I do like the CD. I do. I think this one's going to get a B, though. Out of my singles. I think they could have done better. A little bit. Especially because their other Fallen singles are so cool. Like, what the scallop, Okay, moving along. We have Anywhere But Home. This one's really, really cool because it comes with a DVD. And as a child, I was obsessed with that DVD. Like, I would watch it every fucking day after school and memorize, like, everything in it. It's very green, very viney. I would be lying to you if I said that I listened to the live concert version very often. It's broken. I've had this for a long time. And also, I don't like when bands use this plastic double CD thing. It always breaks. Like, it literally does. Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of the live concert version. It's fine, but it's like, why would I listen to her fans screaming 1 bajillion times? Like, it's annoying. I would just rather listen to the clean produced version. I kind of like the booklet. It's cool. Like, I literally have, like, this photo, like, right up there. So, obviously, I'm a fan. It's simple, but, because, it's literally just songs from Fallen live with some, like, covers and missing and everything. But the experience is 100% the DVD. Definitely recommend that if you're an Evanescence fan. I'm going to give that one a A. Okay, so now we're on to their sophomore album. Dude, I'm like trying to get comfortable. So the Open Door. So this is my all-time favorite album, like, ever. Like, design-wise, music-wise, aesthetic-wise, like, everything. This is an SS tier album. As you can see, it's signed by Amy Lee. This album just means a lot to me. My dad gave it to me. Yeah. This CD is just gorgeous. I don't even really care about stars and stuff, but this literally reminds me of when you go to like a planetarium and see all the artificial stars in the sky. And I love how like all the songs are like in the like around it. It's really, really cool. This booklet is like just pure art. It's literally beautiful. It like feels like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's so pretty. Every page is themed so nicely. There's a lot of pictures, and they're cool pictures. Like, that's Amy Lee with a freaking wolf, dude. Weight of the World is so cool. Like, I'm just gonna show you page by page, because it's literally, like, I would be staring at this as a kid in awe, okay? This is why my standards for CDs are so high. And this is the shit that you miss when you just use online streaming services. You don't get to see all this artwork and the effort behind it. You don't get to see the whole artistry in the CD. And that fucking sucks. Okay? This whole thing is very thematic, very aesthetically pleasing. I just love the color scheme in this one too. It feels like reading a very old book or diary or whatever. Yeah, there's a reason why this album got me into Evanescence, is all I'm gonna say. It's because when I saw this as a kid, I've never seen something so aesthetically pleasing. I was literally like, who is that? Who is this beautiful woman? I've never seen someone so enchanting in my life, you know? And I don't regret that decision. SS, literally the best CD of all time. So, I don't have as many singles from the Open Door, which really sucks, because I really want to. I would love to have Call Me When You're Sober. I would love to have Sweet Sacrifice. I just cannot find them for a reasonable price at the moment. But this is the CD. Very nice, very in theme. I don't really like how they reused a picture from the Open Door CD, but it's okay. It's okay. It makes sense. You see this same little doorway in here, so I understand. I'm giving this one an A. It's really cool. I wish I had the other one. And you know what's really cool too? It has the last song, I'm Wasting on You, and that's a banger. This is before Lost Whispers came out, so that would be like the only physical way to have that. Also, I can't find Lost Whispers for a reasonable price either, so if anyone knows where I can find that CD, let me know, because I really want it. So, this is their third album, Ev3. It's a little bit withered, as you can see. The thing is, I really hate when bands, like, put their CDs in these, because this paper material breaks, so it's much harder to maintain. This is the deluxe version as well. I don't have the non-deluxe version. I should probably do that to have the complete collection. But I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetics behind this. I think it's a big downgrade from the other ones. She does look really nice. I like the purples, really nice. You know, the CD matches. It's in theme. I don't like the font they use though. That's not the classic Evanescence font. I'm not really sure why they did that. Oh, this is the deluxe CD. They look very, very similar. This one has a booklet. I hope to God I didn't lose it, but I may have. Like I've said, I've had this for a really fucking long time. Yeah, I think I seriously lost the booklet. That's a shame. Well, really, you're not missing anything. The booklet was a downgrade from the Open Door. Like, I got spoiled by the Open Door. Oh, and you know what? Though, this is a DVD. I watched this one as well. Definitely not as much as Anywhere But Home, but I did have fun with that one. I'm gonna give this one a B+. I'm sorry. It's not as good theming wise. It just really, really isn't. And I'm so mad I lost that booklet now. What the fuck? This is my bootleg CD. This is my bootleg CD, Evanescence Greatest Hits. Actually, I don't know if it's fucking bootleg, because it says Wind Up Records produced it. But it feels so bootleg. Because it's weird. Like, it's really weird. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't seem right to me. Especially because it has some really fucking random songs. Like, let me see. Like, Away From Me? Nobody would know that song. Why would that be a greatest hits? I mean, hey, I'm really happy because that's one of their, like, EP tracks. And I love that song. But a casual Evanescence fan who's only heard the first 3, like, Wind Up Records CDs, they would not consider that a greatest hits, you know? And same with, like, Field of Innocence. Or, I'm pretty sure they have, like, another weird fucking song. Let me see. Yeah, Where Will You Go? Like, they're not, and Lies. Yeah, that's weird. Like, it's just weird. It does look pretty nice inside. A step up from F3. So if this is a bootleg, oh, you know what makes me think it's a bootleg? These CDs. This is weird. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't think, like, if this isn't bootleg, Amy probably didn't have a lot of say behind it. Because I don't think she would put herself on the CD. Nothing wrong with it. She looks very nice. But, it's weird. And then another thing that throws me off is that this is all in Russian. So, I do like it. It's nice. It's like a little Evanescence mixtape that you can have. I'm gonna give it an A-. It's just weird. I don't know where I found this, where I got it, if it's legit or not, but it works in the car, so it's kind of legit. Next we have Synthesis. I'm pretty sure I bought this when I went and saw Synthesis live. It's really pretty. Really standout cover. And theming is really nice. I like this CD. Obviously not their best CD, but, you know, it's not bad. I actually have the booklet, you guys. Crazy. This one's really nice. Really, this kind of is giving Bjork, actually, a little bit to me. You can tell her inspiration was really coming in through this. This one's really nice. It's mostly just like a photo collage, but it looks nice. I would say this is like an A, like a solid A. It looks nice. Ooh, I like this too. Looks like a pretty little princess. I think people give Synthesis too much flack because it's actually really good, especially live. Like seeing her with the whole orchestra is out of this world experience. It really was. I'm really happy that she got to do that, and it was kind of nice to see her perform like her classic songs with like a modern take on it and a unique take on it. So lastly, I have The Bitter Truth because, of course, this is my least favorite design for a cover. Not really a fan of this. I understand it because she's swallowing the Bitter Truth pill, right? But I feel like she could have executed that a little bit better. The inside, though, looks really cool. I have the vinyl for The Bitter Truth, and that actually is really pretty. Oh, I also like the red in the back. The CD is like, I don't really like it. And, like, this is okay. It's kind of boring. Like, I think all her other CDs are better. I think this one's going to be my first B-. Guys, I'm really sorry. And I'm not a fan of this font, dude. It's, like, not goth at all. But, you know what? They put some effort. Amy Lee will always put effort. Am I always agreeing with the things she does? No. The design choices. But you have to remember, this came out during COVID, too. So they had a lot of restrictions. And Amy Lee hadn't produced new music since 2011. So that was nearly a 10-year hiatus. of brand new music. So, she probably just didn't have the budget. That's what I'm thinking, honestly. So, once her new album comes out in 2026, I'm very eager to see what that's going to look like. The singles that she's been releasing, such as Afterlife, um, Fight Like a Girl, and that other one that I can't remember off the top of my head, they were all really promising. Like, honestly, better than anything on this CD. This is my least favorite Evanescence album. B minus. So this is going to be the end of part 1 of my CD collection because I'm incredibly burnt out right now. My throat is dry. I'm dying. And I had a lot more to talk about than I thought. But thank you. We will be starting with the F section. Unless I get new CDs. Which I probably will. But we'll see. I'll probably get back to this someday. I don't know when. But I have lots of other CDs. Bye!